thank you for staying up late with us here on The Factor Uncensored. We have a great program for you, as we do every night. Oscar-winning actress and comedian Mo'Nique is making it clear how she feels about Tyler Perry. They have been feuding for years. Mo'Nique had accused Tyler Perry and Oprah of blackballing her from Hollywood. And despite Mo'Nique apologizing to both for those claims back in February, it appears Mo'Nique still has hard feelings towards both Oprah and Tyler Perry. She went in on the icons during a recent comedy performance. Take a look.
You Oprah Winfrey, you Tyler Perry. That cold I said it. Say it with me. You Oprah Winfrey, you Tyler Perry, you cold. Now some got scared. It was like you're going too far, bitch. I love that black raggedy bitch. I love that black simple-minded. I love Oprah Winfrey's black ass. And we just need to bring her back to black. I need you to bend her to and her like a Nashville, Tennessee would and bring that bitch back to black. Oh, bitch, be quiet. You gonna get some money out of it. And every time you see Oprah, you see gay. Best friends. Is what they say.
What they say.
Best friends like that. We ain't seen Stephanie in 30 years. Who is loving Oprah Winfrey and Gayle King? Each other. But we don't want to say this out loud because it's Oprah Winfrey. I'm too old to be scared of this bitch. I'm too old to be intimidated by this bitch. I'm too old to hold the truth. You know why I Oprah Winfrey, Melvin? Because that bitch tried to me privately. Well,
Your thoughts on this?
Honestly, when I saw that clip, I was like, oh, Lord, not again. It's almost like she's obsessed. Or either you're going to come out and tell us what exactly did they do or what is it? Because it's like this guessing game is too much. And it's like, come on, Mo'Nique. Like,
All right, Blame the Comic, your thoughts about this, your fellow comedian.
You know, one thing I can say is that a hurt dog will holler. You know what I mean? I think that she has been, she's been stressed out because not only have they affected her career, but they've affected her bottom line, which is her financials. And I think the damage is so done that you know what I mean? There's no way of coming back. So I think she's just putting it out there till something change or something gives to where somebody's hand is forced either way. I will give her kudos for pushing the narrative for, you know, the up and coming females behind her. But, you know, I think on every level, people only deal with you so far to where, you know, you're being taken advantage of to some degree. You know how she mentioned that she only got paid a certain amount for pressures and things like that, and they still wanted all the work and just to squeeze her dry. You know what I mean? That's just a part of the industry, and then she didn't go for it, and she had to pay. It's unfortunate that she had to pay, you know, the price for it, but I don't think she was wrong. So, you know, she's obviously still not over it. So, you know what I mean? She's gonna keep saying it till it gets the right attention.
And one of the things that I read in some of the comments, people said they were at that show and they said they felt uncomfortable hearing that. And they said they wanted to hear comedy, and that's not comedy to them. That's her still angry with Oprah and Tyler Perry. So if your audience is responding that way, Blame, as a comedian, what do you do?
So here's the thing. Unfortunately, you know, they say pain is comedy. But unfortunately, she haven't found the funny in her pain. It's just coming out as venting. You know what I mean? And so if I were her, you know what I mean? Instead of just, you know, using expletives about, you know, what they can do to her and what they can suck and this, that, and the third, you know what I mean? I would get a group of comics around me to help me write a set that would better, you know, portray what she's going through and what's happened and what's taking place, you know what I mean, to her career being blackballed, and just all the nuances that, you know, we're not getting the funny in.
Got it. And let's bring in Dr. Angela Jones. Dr. Jones, what's clearly behind this is a lot of hurt and pain that Mo'Nique is going through. Your thoughts on how she's handling it?
You know, she's handling it not the right way. She's handling it in the way that she believes is the right way, which is on stage, which is what I know when it comes to performing, not only with comedians and other people, they perform their pain, their happiness, and that's the way that's therapeutic for them. But the problem with her use of her therapy is that she's not really given enough context, right? So it's like, we hear that you want us to do this to Oprah and Tyler, but you're not really giving us enough context so we can not like them either. I almost feel like she would have been better using a platform of like a tell-all book or something like that, that really detailed what was going on so we can empathize with her. Because part of comedy is like being connected with the person on the stage and feeling like you're in it with them and you laugh as well at the story. But the problem is like you're telling us really vile things about these two very famous, very prominent figures, but we don't really understand exactly why. And it's very uncomfortable. And I know she's dealing with a lot of hurt and pain. And rather than going on stage first, she should have went to therapy first. I don't know if she has or has not. Worked it out there, then went on the stage to do that.
And Superstar, one of the things that we heard in this set that we all had a chance to view is, as Dr. Jones just said, a lot of vile comments and rumors about her and Gayle and things that why was that necessary? What's your thoughts on that?
No, like you said, it's not necessary at all. And it's not funny at this point. She's actually digging a deeper hole for herself, honestly, to have these people in the industry not even work with her, period. Like, I wouldn't even want to work with anybody like that because, I mean, you are, and
I would say there would be no private conversations with that person
at all.
Anything that you guys say to her or we say to her, it's on the stage from her perspective.
Right. And it's like, what does Gayle have to do with it? Like, why are you even bringing her into all of this mess? Like, why? And if I was in that audience too, I would feel uncomfortable because it's if I paid my money to see a comedian perform and all you're doing is bashing, using this stage to bash people, it's like, when is it going to stop? When is 2024 going to start over?
And as we wrap up here, Dr. Jones, what advice would you have for someone who may be going through this at any level of their life where they just can't let it go? And obviously, you don't want to tell people to let it go, but you want to tell them how to deal with it, how to address it. What would be your best advice for someone who has an issue that just won't let them rest?
For her to understand, or people that are dealing with something like this, is that it's not that we don't believe you. It's not that we don't think that this didn't happen. I am sure a lot of what she said has happened. But the thing is, you have to do it in a way that is feeding your spirit and your soul, right? And I understand you're hurt. You have a right to be hurt. You have a right to be angry. You have a right to all those emotions. So I'm not saying she doesn't have a right to feel those things, but are you doing it in a way that's really feeding your spirit, that's actually building you up? I mean, you're trying to build a legacy. Is this feeding into your legacy, right? So that's why, you have to deal with some of this stuff on a personal level, therapeutically, spiritually, in whatever way you see fit first, in order for you to empower yourself to help in this space and to help yourself. So I believe that they probably did some horrible stuff to her. I've never doubted that. It's just not healthy in the way that she's doing it, not for her legacy, her history. I mean, she is an icon, and she is messing that up by doing stuff like this.